Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You got your boys here, Laney and Bert, the Dividend Diplomat. Here's the question, guys. We're going to run three stocks. We're going to evaluate three of these top stocks in a sector that is very much involved in everybody's daily life.
Daily lives, you say, well, you know what else is in everybody's daily lives is you guys smashing that subscribe button, giving us a nice thumbs up on the road to 20,000 subscribers. But Bert, you got three stocks, same industry, a little dividend stock battle royale to see which one is the clear winner and which one could be the stock to buy right now.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we'll run them through. We'll compare them metric by metric here
Oh,
through the
yeah.
Dividend Diplomat stock
Be
screener. We're
fun.
just going to put the metrics up here. You guys all know it by now. But I teased it. This is a sector that is involved in everybody's daily life. And I'm sure
This will
first
be
you thought this is going to be Procter and Gamble. You thought I was going to go consumer staples. Not so fast, my friends. You
no,
guys
no,
probably thought,
no.
yeah, I have this light blaring in my face right now. You're thinking, hey, we might be talking utilities. Everybody uses electricity. Not so fast, my friends. Lanny, the sector is, drum roll please, the property and casualty insurance sector. That's right. We're talking about
Sexy
three of the
industry.
major insurers for home and auto.
Very sexy industry to talk about here on today's YouTube channel. Three dividend stocks in the insurance industry. Don't worry, we're not talking Aflac. We're not talking Cincinnati Financial.
No.
We're talking about three players that don't really get talked about here in the dividend investing space. In fact, I rarely will hear any peeps about these three stocks, and I can't wait to see if we think and if you guys think any of these are stocks to buy right now.
Right. For the purpose of this conversation, because it's got a funky dividend history, we're leaving out Cleveland's own Progressive, ticker symbol PGR, the largest player in there. They got an annual dividend, but it's variable. So we don't, not even wasting our time here. We're going for consistent dividends here. So today we're going to be talking about Allstate, ticker symbol ALL, the Hanover Group, ticker symbol THG, and then Travelers, ticker symbol TRV. I don't own any of them on here. Lanny, do you own any of these three?
Travelers, baby. My wife
Boom,
owns TRV in her
boom,
portfolio and
boom.
has for well over 5 years.
That's right. So we're going to run them through metric by metric here, just to give everyone a size comparison for them. Allstate market cap 48.76 billion, Hanover Group 5.3 billion, Travelers 55.76 billion. So we got all dividend stocks of all shapes and sizes in this analysis today.
Making sure I'm getting ready for this dividend stock battle, guys. And by the way, if you own any of these three stocks, let us know. Very curious if we see any Allstate or the Hanover Group shareholders here in the community, in the crowd. So holler at your boys here. But all right, Bert, first metric is that price to earnings ratio, which really speaks to the valuation of a stock. Preferably, we want to see something below the S&P 500 and truly something around or below 18 PE. Insurance, though, is usually lower. So let's see how these play out.
Yeah, so Allstate's price, we're using closing prices as of Friday, November 1st here, day after Halloween. Allstate's price was 185.14. Forward earnings was 14.96. That's a PE ratio of 12.38.
Not too shabby. Let's go into the Hanover Group. $147.90 is what they currently are trading at, with $11.25 in earnings estimates. So 147 divided by that 11 and change, 13.15 P. So
Ooh,
slightly higher than Allstate's.
interesting. Travelers, $245.64 was their share price. Forward earnings are 18.89. That's a price to earnings ratio of 13 on the dot. From this list, Allstate was the cheapest with that 12.38 PE ratio.
Yeah, and all within a very tight range, all within 1 point of each other. So that's pretty impressive, guys. But let's get into the dividend payout ratio. So Allstate pays an annual dividend spread over through the course of the year, but in total, it's $3.68. Take that over the $14.96 EPS, and you get a low 25% dividend payout ratio.
All right. Hanover's is $3.40 of that annual dividend. Divide that by the EPS of 11.25. That's a payout ratio of 30%.
The traveler says, hold my beer.
Oh, is that
They
what
pay
they no.
travelers pays $4.20 over the course of the year, a 22% dividend payout ratio, the lowest payout ratio of
Mm.
the three.
All right, all are well below our 60% threshold, but as you said, Travelers lowest of the group. Let's see how that translates here to dividend growth. Allstate's 5-year dividend growth rate is 13.24%, and they've increased that dividend for 13 years, so they are halfway to becoming a dividend aristocrat.
Nice.
Mhm.
The Hanover Group, THG, a nice solid 7.21% dividend growth rate, doing it for 16
Mm.
straight years.
All right, and Travelers has a 5-year dividend growth rate of 5.21%, and they've increased it for 18 years. So from this, Allstate has the highest dividend growth rate. Travelers has the longest dividend growth streak. THG, Hanover Group's right smack in the middle.
This is getting interesting here.
Yeah, very interesting.
Now let's dive into the dividend yields where we'll look at the yield and then we'll compare it to the 5-year average yield to see if there's any margin. The Allstate company, ticker symbol again, ALL, has a 1.99% yield. The 5-year average is 2.38%. So, 39 negative basis points against that 5-year average. So, not any margin.
No, Hanover Group's yield is 2.3%. 5-year average yield is 2.42%. That is also below their 5-year average. Is this a trend here for the sector, Lanny?
Looks
Hmm.
like it's going to be
Hmm.
because Travelers has a 1.71% dividend yield with a 5-year average of 2.25%, a negative margin of
Hmm.
0.54%.
Wow. What are the odds of that? I feel like it's been a long time since we've seen all of them below their
Um,
5-year average.
well, when Allstate's up 40% in the course of a year, 28% up this year. I mean, THG is up 20% this year, 27% since last year. What about TRV?
Up 28% in 2024, up 45% over the last 52 weeks. So yeah, the sector and these stocks within are all popping, but you see some variance when you look at that 5-year. Allstate's up 74% in the last 5 years. Hanover's only up 14% in the last 5 years compared to Travelers up 88% in the last 5 years.
Good Lord. So
Yeah.
we're going to throw up all these metrics, but man, I mean, Allstate's got the best PE and the best growth rate
Hmm.
and a mediocre yield. But they're also up 40% since last year.
Yeah. The sector's crushed it. I think that's what the big thing is. The insurance sector is on fire right now. You can clearly see that here between how much they've appreciated and how their yields are comparing to their 5-year average yield. I could tell you which one I like the least from this list. I like the Hanover the least from this list. They're the smallest,
Hmm.
they're the most expensive, highest payout ratio, although it's still below. You at least pick up a little bit premium on the yield, but it's been by far the worst performer of the three.
Yeah, I mean, they just have had such a run up, and
Mhm.
you're currently, I think, just because of that, not to say like none of these are expensive, but are they overpriced for an insurance company? Um, you know, I'm not going to say any of them are great stocks to buy now.
Mm-mm.
Um, you can't go wrong with either
No,
of the companies.
they're all great companies. They performed well. But if you're looking for value, this sector, the property and casualty sector, probably isn't giving you like its screaming value, at least compared historically to it, because the sector has gone up so much and you're seeing such strong appreciation with it.
I agree, but what do you guys think? Do you guys think these are no question, just buy Allstate, buy Travelers, buy the Hanover Group? You got to let us know in the comments and let us know which ones you guys already own in your stock portfolio.
If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and remember, you're either with us or you're against us. Check.
That was Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats over and out.